Okay, so what up, y'all guys? Today we are watching MSA. We're gonna call this MSA Saturday.
Yes, because it's Saturday.
We have not watched this one yet. When a classy woman reading it. When a classy woman becomes poor. Ooh, that seems interesting. Let's watch it.
Hi, my name is Charlotte. Please like and subscribe. I was born in Bordeaux, a beautiful city in France. When I was 8 years old, we moved to the USA because my dad got a great job there. The city we moved to was huge, filled with skyscrapers, shops, and opportunities, or so I was told. However, it didn't take long for things to start going downhill. When I began attending school there, my parents enrolled me in a private school for international students. Hi, everyone. My name is Charlotte. I'm 8 years old, and I come from France. I brought some madeleines that my mom made for everyone today. Hi, Charlotte. I'm Laura from Italy. Do you want to hang out later today? Laura and I became very close. We would often take the same bus home, do our homework together, and even attend drawing classes together. Even though Laura didn't speak any French, being with her reminded me a lot of home. I was shy and liked to keep things to myself, while Laura was fun and a bit wild. Someone my mom wouldn't think was classy. Mom really didn't like Laura. She kept trying to make me hang out with kids from rich families that I didn't like. But I ended up making friends with 2 girls just so Mom would stop nagging me. One evening, I forgot to tell Mom I invited Laura over for dinner. Mom was really mean to Laura when she came.
Charlotte mentioned your mom is a saleswoman. Do you guys even eat dinner every night, or is it too expensive?
Elise, why would you say something like that?
It's okay, Uncle. No, we don't know.
Excuse me?
That uncle just said that.
No, that is not okay, bro. Call CPS.
No, that's not
I
what you
know.
call it for.
I know, but just call CPS.
You unsmart boy.
Just call CPS still.
Oh.
Yeah, call the police on her. Is there any way we can make this bigger?
No.
Oh.
There's not. Sorry, we don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, we're cheap.
No, we're not.
Just unpause it.
Always have big dinners, but what we do have is each other. What's the point of a fancy dinner if the family isn't close?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Did I upset you? I thought your family was okay.
I think you should go.
Mom, why?
She's not going anywhere.
She leaves now, or you'll be sorry.
An awkward silence fell, which Laura broke. Don't worry, I'll go. Seems like I just got my answer about the kind of family this is. Mom sharply told her,
Leave now.
and with that, Laura left. I was really upset with Mom, but she didn't seem to care. Laura told me not to let it bother me. You already have it tough with a mom like that. I won't make it worse by leaving you alone. I love you for being here. One gloomy day in the 6th grade, everything changed when my parents started to struggle financially after my dad lost his job, and they had to move me to a public school.
We can't just pull her out of school. She's doing so well. What would I even say to my friends if they asked? I want her to succeed here in the USA, to make something of herself and make me proud.
Dad slammed his hand angrily on the table and glared at Mom.
Elise, think clearly for once. You're not seeing the big picture as usual. You don't seem to get that I've lost my job and we're drowning in bills. The only sensible move is to switch her to public school.
Yes, Mom was a bit of a difficult person. She was obsessed with maintaining a perfect image. Being perceived as poor was a disaster for her. Her mom was also a strict lady, obsessed with etiquette and rules. She was against my mom's marriage, although my dad was well off. But Mom stood firm and married Dad, so her parents cut her off.
Quick. Before it gets to the interesting part, go to your kitchen or anything to grab some snacks like I'm about to do. So, you can pause it if you want, because I gotta go to get some snacks for us.
I can unpause it.
Pause it.
It is paused, Jumbo. No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go get some snacks. Y'all do too. Go to the pantry.
Yo, where's my lemonade at, homies?
The lemonade is right here.
My pepperoni. What? This is weird. I really want to unpause it right now.
Jesus Christ.
Where's my lemonade at?
Lemonade's right there.
Oh,
Dummy.
I want it.
Okay.
I want it.
I went to the pantry. This is the only thing I could find. What about those one snacks I already had? Or did you and your best friend eat them all?
No, we didn't eat them all. Okay, let's unpause it.
Now, us not having much money would make my grandma right. And that made my mom even madder. She made us move to a different city so she could lie and tell her friends that Dad had received a job opportunity far away. I screamed and cried for days. I didn't want to leave our city or be away from Laura. But as usual, Mom ignored my protests. I was heartbroken. Dad, I hate her. Dad hugged me.
Hate is a strong word. You know how your mom is. She wants things her way. Life hasn't ended, though. You'll make new friends. And about Laura, you can still talk to her on the phone, and I'll help you see her once in a while.
Thank you, Dad. You're too kind to be with someone like her. But I guess life isn't fair. Saying goodbye to Laura was incredibly hard. And to make things worse, after we moved, I realized I forgot the notebook with Laura's number in it. I was utterly heartbroken. Even though we didn't have a lot of money, Mom kept having big parties at fancy places for her friends. We were getting more and more into debt, even though Dad asked her many times to stop the parties. One day, she even gave her friend a really expensive ring for her birthday. Dad got really upset when the bank called him.
Listen, woman, I can't take this anymore. This is your last chance. If you don't stop, we might have to split up.
And I'll want to stay with Dad.
Really now?
With that, Mom left. She was gone for a couple of days. Although Dad and I were worried, we didn't try to reach her. It was time for her to act like the adult she supposedly was. When she returned, she walked into the house and started doing laundry as if nothing had happened. From that day on, she stopped seeing her friends so much and didn't waste our money anymore. I was relieved she finally came to her senses, but I could see a change in her. Her eyes had lost their spark. It was as if she had aged 10 years. Well, things at the public school weren't perfect either. At first, it was okay, but things changed quickly when I started junior year of high school. I noticed my body changing rapidly, even spotting some freckles on my face. It wasn't just my appearance that was changing. My social life was too. Suddenly, boys started looking at me differently. Girls were going out with boys, and there seemed to be more parties.
Hey, Charlotte, how about grabbing some ice cream after school? Just the two of us.
Just us? Alone?
Yeah, just us. Why, were you planning on turning it into a group event?
Well, I thought maybe we could invite Jessica too.
Look, I wasn't making a guest list. You know what? Forget it. I gotta go. And hey, Charlotte, or should I call you the Lost Little Raccoon? Just because you're from France doesn't mean you're anything special here. If anything, it just shows you can take a joke and always dampen the mood.
Before I could respond, he pressed his gum into my hair as he walked away. It was not just embarrassing. It felt like a sharp hug at my dignity. I came back home that day.
That is so disgusting.
That's so disgusting.
What kind of tripped up psycho would actually do that?
I see a pencil.
We're not coloring our faces.
You know, you need to keep that blue maybe, because that's probably important. Okay, pencil doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it does. You could draw, but
Oh, I think that's just for drawing. Oh wait, I have a perfect idea. We need to make this purple now.
oh my god.
Okay, this isn't a part of the video. Let's do pink.
We're not rich.
Okay, I know what to do now.
That actually looks sick.
Yes. Cool.
Lazy King.
Lazy queen. What?
Lazy King.
Okay, let's unpause it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still on drawing mode.
Wanting to tell Mom about it, she was cooking in the kitchen when I walked in. Hi, Mom. I had a weird day at school today.
I really don't have time for your stories right now. You know, we've been living in the USA for quite a while, and you still call a lot of things weird.
I felt so angry, I started crying. Our relationship wasn't that great to begin with, but now it felt ruined. If a girl doesn't find confidence in her mother, then the relationship feels distant. And each day, I was growing further away from my mom. I headed to my room to put away my books when I spotted a sketchbook on my desk. It was from the drawing classes with Laura, and it had her number inside. Turns out, I'd saved it here as well. I was ecstatic. I quickly and quietly went to the living room, grabbed my mom's phone, and dialed Laura's mom's number.
Hello? Elise, what do you want?
Hi. It's actually Charlotte here, Laura's friend from school. Do you remember me? Can I talk to Laura? Oh, Charlotte. Yes, I remember you. One moment. Laura, your friend Charlotte is on the phone. Charlotte? Wow, I've been trying to find you, but I couldn't. How are you? Hey, Laura. I'm not on social media much. I really miss talking to you. We should hang out soon. I'd love to, but my family is going to Europe this Friday. Europe? That's so cool. I wish I could go too. You're so lucky. Why don't you come with us? My grandparents parents' house is big, and you can stay in the guest room. I'd love to, but my mom would never say yes. We don't have to tell her everything. Just say you're going on a school project abroad. She loves to brag about this stuff, no? Laura, that's smart. It's gonna be so fun. We can eat lots of good food, see new places, and maybe even paint. I'd love to paint in a quiet spot, away from all the noise, especially away from Mom. In fact, I found out that the city Laura and I were visiting was hosting a big art competition during our stay, and I signed up for it. On Friday, my mother drove me to the airport with a big smile on her face.
I'm so proud of you, darling, for getting accepted to this elite school program. I'm sure it'll help you get accepted to one of the Ivy League schools.
Sure. Yes, Mom. I got out of the car and walked to the airport gate when I saw Laura. She looked great, ran up to me and gave me a big hug. Charlotte, we're going to Europe. It's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited. I entered a drawing contest over there too. The prize is also about $500,000. Can you come and cheer for me? It feels like a dream. Sure, but you have to draw me and make my eyebrows look good. I enjoyed spending time with Laura, but sometimes things felt off. It seemed like she would suddenly stop talking to her mom when I showed up, as if they were hiding something from me. One night after we had dinner, she said something strange. You know, I was actually happy when your family started having money problems. What? Why would you say that? Well, your mom was a witch, and seeing her getting humiliated was so satisfying. First of all, becoming poor has nothing to do with humiliation. Second, Mom becoming poor also means me becoming poor. I thought your love for me was bigger than your hate for her. Oh, come on now. She's awful. Okay, let's change the subject. Want to eat some ice cream? I suddenly don't feel like it. I think I'm calling it a night. And with that, I stormed off. The competition day was getting close. It was going to last 2 days. The first for live painting in front of an audience, and the second for a closing ceremony where judges would announce the winners. Do you think the judges will be fair? I'm sure they will be. Are you excited to cheer me on? Of course. Will you cheer for me too? What do you mean? I'm entering the competition too. You knew that, right? What? No. You think I've lost my touch? I've been taking drawing classes for the past year. I see this as a great chance. But Laura, you never mentioned this. I didn't think I needed to report my plans to you. Anyway, I think it's better we focus on our own preparations for the next few days, so we probably shouldn't hang out too much. I was stunned. What happened to my best friend? I almost regretted coming on this trip. The only thing keeping me here was the upcoming competition. I was determined to win and get the prize. The first day of the competition arrived. We were led onto the stage, each competitor equipped with a set of pencils, colors, and a blank canvas. Laura leaned over with a mischievous grin and whispered, "May the best girl win." I was too stressed to respond and just focused on getting onto the stage. That's when I saw it. The event was being broadcast live on TV. My heart sank. I thought, oh no, my mom will see this. She'll ground me for life. Not only did I lie to her, but I'm also here with Laura, someone she can't stand. And now Laura, she turned out to be so different from what I thought. This is a nightmare. I wish I could just vanish. But I took a deep breath, pushed down my fear, and began to paint with all my heart, pouring every emotion onto the canvas. While sitting comfortably at home, my mom saw my face on the TV screen and yelled,
Pierre, our daughter isn't on a school project. She's on TV with Laura. This is nonsense. She won't get away with this. We're flying to Europe.
My parents caught the next flight and arrived on the second day of the competition. Mom tried calling me the whole time, but I was too caught up with the competition and the drama with Laura to answer. On the final day, as I stood on stage with Laura and the other competitors, they started announcing the winners. Laura got second place, and I was on the verge of tears until they announced Charlotte is the winner. Overjoyed, I walked towards the microphone to give a speech, only to see my mom storm into the hall. I was shocked and embarrassed. Yelling in front of everyone, she demanded,
How could you lie to me, Charlotte? You know there will be consequences. And with Laura, of all people?
Oh, me, of all people? Remember when you burned the book that Charlotte wrote my number in? You called and insulted me and my mom. You even threatened me, a child, to stay away from Charlotte. Do you want me to say what you did too?
Shut it. Don't you dare speak to my daughter like that.
Laura, what exactly did my mom do to you? Let it go. Didn't you just win? Take your prize and leave with your parents.
Your mom threatened Laura's mom with her connections in immigration, saying she'd get her deported.
What kind of sick person hates a kid like this? What has she ever done to you? You need help. I'm taking the prize money and I'm leaving with Dad. You should consider getting help. I'll even pay for your therapy.
I traveled all this way for you to side with her? What lies has she told you?
Enough. Let's go, Charlotte.
Laura, what my mom did was wrong, but targeting me wasn't fair. Still, I'm here if you want to start over. Then I went to receive my medal and prize, hugged my dad, and we left.
should do another one.
Yeah, let's do another one.
Now we're gonna do this one.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen this one. If it's a guy main character,
Oh yeah, we have to do another.
who's that? If we turn that off, then
Polly
That's
Buzz.
wrong, okay?
Formerly Polly.
Lazy Brothers can quit.
oh, that one seems cool.
Hey everyone, I'm Nia. Please like and
Hi Mia.
Yeah, always had to say hi, Mia, or hi, Charlotte.
I
or-
suddenly woke up from coma after 3 years. This is it.
subscribe. Most stories around here start off with unhappy families. Growing up, I always felt like I'd lucked out with mine. We weren't very rich, but we were always comfortable. Mom and Dad completely doted on me. And even after being together since high school, they were still crazy about each other, which they didn't hide. Even though I sometimes found them embarrassing, I secretly loved how in love they were. The only thing they ever disagreed on was me playing soccer. I'd always been sporty, and when Dad enrolled me in the local girls' football club at 10, the wires in my brain connected the second I kicked the ball.
2 extra hours of training every day till the big match, okay?
You're pushing her too hard, honey. She needs to focus on school right now.
She's born to be a football star.
Once in 7th grade, I was walking back home from practice when I spotted 2 older boys roughing up a skinny boy my age.
Well, hello, Mr. Lame. Looks like you're a poet. What's that around your neck? A woman's necklace?
Please give it back. It's my mom's.
As they kept teasing him, I charged towards them, kicking one bully hard in the knees and headbutting the other. Don't you morons know there's some lines you just don't cross? Then I grabbed the skinny boy's things, took his hand, and made a run for it. The bullies came after us, but we hid behind a garbage dump as they ran past. Hey, you're okay now?
Oh, yes, thank you. It's just that you remind me of my goat octopus who used to headbutt everyone and died from a concussion.
I remind you of a dead goat named Octopus?
Yeah, your eyes are just like hers, even your voice.
How about you just say thank you
That's not
and
a
stop?
compliment. I don't think that's a compliment. You remind me of my goat, Octopus, whatever the goat's name is, who headbutt everybody and give them a concussion.
Team Skinny Dude, Team Laura, whatever her name is. Team Dad.
Yeah, Team Dad. I mean, also,
Oh,
like, the
Mom.
mom. No, the mom is also trying to say, like, putting too much pressure, but yeah, kind of he is if it's practicing every single day, even though she don't want to. Like, if she doesn't want to, you shouldn't force her. But that's not happening right now. But if it does happen, then
No.
yeah, you're putting too much weight, but right now it's not happening. So right now, L Bob, W Dad.
Wait, is this just like the Darman episode? Also subscribe to him, he makes awesome stories.
Yeah.
He's not just telling stories, he's saving lives, whatever.
Telling lives.
He's telling lies. We're not just telling stories, we're telling lies. We're telling lies to the liar man.
Okay, let's get back into this. I need to shut up.
Talking. That was the day Zeke and I became friends. In fact, he'd just moved with his single dad into the house next to ours. He couldn't kick a ball to save his life, but he was sweet and smart, and he seemed to really enjoy doing all my homework. And because we were super close, I started getting teased about him in high school.
He, likes you. It's all in the signs, babe. His eyes sparkle when he looks at you. His voice gets deeper when he says your name, and he always notices small things about you. And have you seen how his feet are always pointing at you when he's talking to you?
Where else would they be pointed? You're being ridiculous. But those comments got under my skin, because after that, I kept seeing the stupid signs. Was I imagining them now, or had I missed them all along? I had a really big match soon, and before it started, I was sitting on the side bench and fidgeting with my hands when Zeke sat down next to me.
Mia, you've got nothing to be nervous about. You're gonna win. We'll go out to celebrate afterwards. And there's also something I need to tell you.
What is it?
It can wait a few more hours. Just came to wish you luck.
He gave me this strange look as he left, and my heart fluttered. Jeez, what was that? But all thoughts vanished as soon as the match started. It was an intense one, with our team having a slight lead. But as I was hovering near the goalie, an opponent kicked the ball hard and sent it flying at my face. I was knocked back, and my head hit the metal goalpost. Then everything went black. When I opened my eyes next, I found myself alone in a hospital room. I couldn't recall why I was there. Feeling panicked, I tried running out, but my legs felt like jelly, and I found myself falling face forward, straight into someone's strong arms. I looked up into the warm brown eyes of a tall, really cute guy who instantly pulled me into a tight hug.
Nia, oh my god, I can't believe you're finally awake.
Nia, how do you know my... Oh my god, Zeke, is that you? Why do you look so different?
I just upgraded my wardrobe a bit.
A bit? You look like the lead singer of a boy band. Also, how are you suddenly taller?
Nia, you might want to sit down for this.
And what he told me next knocked the wind out of me. 3 years? I've been in a coma for 3 years? I didn't even know how to begin processing this. And when I asked him to call my parents, Zeke went pale.
I don't know if I should tell you this. It's kind of important. Okay, I should. Don't get upset, because you might.
Spit it out.
I don't want to send you back into a coma.
I swear to God, I will twist your arm so hard.
Okay, your parents got divorced and your dad has a girlfriend who seems to be a total witch.
What? I'd lost 3 years. My parents were divorced. My dad had a witch girlfriend, and my geeky best friend had become hot. After the doctors had run all their tests, I was told I'd need physiotherapy, but I was ready to be discharged. Soon after, Mom and Dad both...
Hot? Ricky not just let that go.
I don't see it. He just like. Wait, did the match still go on? And did the girls' team win, or did the yellow pea shirt win? I don't know who win. Did the match still go on? Did they have to postpone it for 3 years? Oh, when is she gonna wake up out of that stupid coma? We need to finish this match. Come on, referee. We know she's not gonna wake up 3 years later.
She woke up.
Her legs feel like jelly.
You can't play soccer anymore.
Well, you're
arrived at the hospital, and we had a teary reunion. Mom said she'd take me home with her and answer all my questions about their divorce. As we went down to the hospital entrance, suddenly 4 men in black suits surrounded us, but no one else looked surprised.
I think I'll leave this first. I wouldn't want the crowd outside to overwhelm Nia.
Did I miss something here?
You know how you said earlier I looked like a lead singer of a boy band? Well, actually, I am. I'll tell you all about it later, okay?
And the minute the hospital door opened, the crowd broke out into frenzied screams. I looked on in complete shock at Zeke smiling and waving while his bodyguards escorted him to a car, and then he was gone. Holy mother of what? On the way home, Mom explained that a year ago, Zeke had joined some neighborhood kids to form a band. They'd won a talent competition with a song Zeke had written, which shot them to instant fame.
His fans are usually camping outside the hospital because they know he visits often.
His fans? Man, I was not getting over this anytime soon. It also turned out that he no longer lived in the house next door. And then, Mom finally explained everything that happened with Dad.
After you went into a coma, I started getting really angry at your dad. I knew it wasn't his fault, but I kept blaming him because he'd always pushed you to play soccer. We were fighting all the time and growing distant. Then one day I received pictures in the mail of him and a woman from work looking like a couple, and that was the last straw. He denied having an affair, but I had proof. And soon after the divorce, he started dating that same woman. Maybe it wasn't fair to blame him for your accident, but he betrayed our marriage.
My heart broke at how my
Wait, isn't she the one that wanted to play soccer? Didn't the daughter want to play soccer?
Yeah, but the dad was also pushing her like every single day to play it.
Well, that's not the reason why she bumped into the freaking goalie thingy. That's not the reason.
Wait. Guys, that person that actually kicked it was actually the guy that the dad was marrying. I saw it. The same face.
The guy is marrying
the girl that's marrying the guy.
Wait, the guy is marrying a woman that played the soccer game? Jeez, do we need to call weird people?
No, seriously, look, if you
We're not restarting.
I know, but if you did, you would see that the person that kicked it and knocked the girl into a coma was the girl. Because it's been 3 years, right?
Yes.
That makes any sense. Well, yeah.
Also, look at these clickety clackities.
Okay, stop.
perfect family had been torn apart, but somehow I was having trouble believing that Dad would cheat on Mom. Adjusting to my new life was quite tough over the next few days. I had to get used to Dad not being around, and he couldn't even visit immediately because his girlfriend Rachel had a family emergency out of town. I couldn't play soccer till I was done with physiotherapy, and I was 3 years behind everyone in high school, which also meant that Zeke and I were no longer in the same class, and it was almost impossible to even have a conversation with his bodyguards lurking in the background, or his fangirls all over him. Just a week later, Mom suddenly had to go overseas on a business trip and was worried about leaving me alone, and I suggested I could stay with Dad.
I can't leave you with him and that woman.
Mom, I haven't had any time with him since I woke up, and I miss him. Mom reluctantly agreed to arrange things with Dad, and the next day, she dropped me off at his mansion. Apparently, his company had skyrocketed to success while I was in a coma. Dad greeted me with a bear hug, and just then, I saw Rachel walk in. She was pretty, but like a witch.
Oh, I finally get to meet Nina.
It's Nia, sweetheart.
Close enough, my. You look just like your mother, don't you?
Definitely didn't sound like a compliment.
I'll get Nora settled in, babe. Why don't you order something nice for dinner?
Yeah, of course.
Not so fast. You forgot to hug me when I came home earlier, honey buns.
Oh, sorry about that, sugar booger.
Ew, I was about to vomit. As soon as Dad left the room, Rachel turned back to me with a cold smile.
Oh, darling, isn't it just divine how fate brings people together? Here I am, the new beacon of light in your dear father's life. And there you are, the previous night. But let's not dwell on the past. We must look to the future. And sweetheart, the future is Rachel.
Previous light? I'm his only daughter.
Yes, but till last week you were a vegetable. And people move on. One must keep up with the times, mustn't one? Oh, and speaking of time, I imagine you'll be wanting to spend a considerable amount of yours at boarding school, summer camps, perhaps even a nice long exchange program. Oh,
Wait. She's an alien. I hate ads.
Is this Walmart or something? Walmart.
perhaps even a nice long exchange program. Oh, the places you'll go.
I'm not going anywhere. And why are you talking like that?
I don't think you're listening to me, my little chickadee. While you were sleeping, a
Chickadee?
new world order was established. There's room for only one queen bee in this hive, and you're looking at her. Oh, but don't worry. I'm sure we'll find a lovely little worker bee role for you.
Good job, Aunt Rachel. You've been practicing that speech all morning, and you nailed it.
A boy my age walked in behind us, and he was drop-dead gorgeous. Rachel just made a face and introduced him as her nephew, Brian, who was staying with her for some modeling gigs in town. As the two of us talked, I felt rather relieved that Brian was around. He seemed cool and fun, and easy on the eyes, too. Later that evening, we decided to play Twister, and we couldn't stop laughing as we got tangled up. Left foot yellow. As Brian reached over awkwardly, his elbow bumped into a table, and the huge vase on it wobbled. We both jumped up to catch it, and Brian ended up wrapping his arms around me instead of the vase before we collapsed on the floor. Just then, the door opened, and we found Zeke looking down at us.
Am I interrupting something?
Oh, no, nothing. What are you doing here?
I dropped by at your place and your mom was just leaving for the airport. She told me you were here and I thought you could use some company.
Well, luckily for her, I'm staying with my aunt here for the next few weeks, too. Wait a minute, you're that boy band singer, right? I'm shooting a shampoo commercial with you tomorrow.
Ah, right. You're the model. Small world.
As Brian excused himself, I told Zeke about how weird Rachel was. I just don't know what Dad sees in her. Also, I'm finding it hard to accept that Dad cheated on Mom. I want to find out more about how exactly Rachel ended up in Dad's life.
Yeah, she's shady. Don't worry. If there's some dirt, we'll dig it up.
We? I doubt a celebrity like you has the time.
I'll always make time for you, Nia.
I remembered what Mom had said about him visiting me in the hospital often, and my heart skipped a beat.
I'd be careful of Rachel during your stay. And maybe you should stay away from that Brian dude, too. I mean, he is her nephew.
He seems nothing like her, though. Oh, wait. You're not jealous, are you?
No. Why? I mean, that would... Of course not.
How does a famous pop star have so much free time?
It's called time management. I can give you some tips.
Won't you have paparazzi or fans following you here?
Oh, no. I have a foolproof plan. I went wearing a mask to this small cafe no one visits, then changed my outfit there and my car, too. Then sometime later, I ditched my car for a scooter my bodyguard was waiting with. And we zoomed on our way through some quiet back alleys, and here I am. Can we rewind the movie to the start? Hey, Nia, I thought you'd like to go watch a movie, so I booked the whole cinema for us. We'll go through the back entrance. No one will know I was there.
That sounds amazing, dude. Can't wait.
I meant me and Nia, us. There isn't space for you.
It's a whole cinema. Of course there is. You look a bit cranky. Here, have a cookie. Dude, did you follow us here?
Of course not. It's my favorite place. I practically live here. Yeah, you've got to try their slushie.
Can't you see we've already ordered them?
Oh God! Brain freeze! Brain freeze!
Now it's great, guys.
I've got thighs of steel. You can't beat me.
Watch me, buddy. I can do this all day while singing.
Do I need to be here for this?
Team Zeke.
They seemed to be fighting for my attention, but I was beginning to feel rather ignored. And worse, whenever I tried to spend any time alone with Dad and talk to him about what happened between him and Mom, Rachel made sure I couldn't.
Sorry, honey. Bee slipped into Rachel's dress and the poor thing's traumatized. We'll go to the mall another time. Sorry, honey. Rachel didn't receive an important package and she's very upset. Rain check on the breakfast plan?
Soon, I was cleared by the physiotherapist for some light soccer practice, and Dad was so happy that he wanted to accompany me to the club. Of course, Rachel had to tag along. Just as I was exiting the girls' locker room, I found Rachel outside pinching her nose.
Ew, you'd think the girls' locker room would smell a little better. Ugh. Anyway, I just came by to say good luck. Break your arms and legs.
I just rolled my eyes and kept walking.
Oh, also, your dad and I are getting married soon.
My heart dropped to my stomach. You're making that up. Dad wouldn't just ask you to marry him without telling me about it first.
Yes, he would, Nancy. Just like he got divorced while you were sleeping. Now, don't you want your dad to be happy? He certainly wasn't with your mom.
You don't know the first thing about my parents' relationship.
Oh, trust me. I know more than you think. And if you're harboring any secret desire to go all parent trap on them, don't think for a second it'll work. It's so over between them. So over.
She walked away smirking, and I was trembling with rage. I had to go join the game right after, but my focus was totally shot, and I was terrible on the field. I left the game midway and marched over angrily to Dad. Are you two getting married?
What?
She said you're gonna get married soon.
Nia, sweetie, I said your dad and I are going to Maryland soon. I was only asking if you wanted to come along.
What? You, gosh, you're such a creep and a liar. But Rachel burst into tears, and Dad looked rather displeased with me as he consoled her. She was evil and manipulative, and I had no idea how to make Dad see that. But then one evening, Zeke called me up to give me some news. Apparently, he'd hired a private investigator to look into her, and he was still working on it. But he'd found out that Rachel had grown up in the same hometown as my parents. Their town was small, but neither of them ever said anything about knowing Rachel from before. They're even the same age, and there was one high school there.
Maybe we need to look for a yearbook.
The next evening, Dad and Brian were both working late, and Rachel had her Pilates class. So Zeke and I started snooping around her room, hoping to find something from her past. We looked all over and found nothing, when suddenly we heard the front door open. It's Rachel. She wasn't supposed to be back so soon. Suddenly, Zeke grabbed my hand and dragged me into the bathroom, then pulled me into the shower and drew the curtain. Don't you think she'll come straight to shower after an exercise class?
Oh my God.
We held our breath as we heard her walk into the room, mumbling something to herself, then straight into the bathroom.
Ugh, who does that woman think she is? Telling me I can't attend class because I was late? Oh, she's crossed the wrong blonde. Maybe her gym will be infested by rats soon. Or maybe it'll catch fire. The fun is in the mystery.
She cackled like a maniac, let out a loud, stinky fart, and left. We waited a few more minutes, and then thankfully, we heard her car pull out of the driveway. Just then, I noticed Zeke was still clutching my arm.
That was super close. Why are you looking at me like that?
Sometimes, I still can't get over how much you've changed. How come I never knew you had all this talent?
Well, I never let you read any of the stuff I wrote, and I always liked singing, but not in front of anyone. I guess after your accident, when more time went by and you didn't wake up, I felt depressed and alone. Joining a band really helped me.
Helped you get tons of fangirls. That cheerleader in school who's always clinging to your arm is very pretty.
She really is. Yeah, here I am, hiding in a bathtub of a weird woman with you.
Suddenly, he leaned closer, and I could feel my heart beating faster. But then, he just reached over and pulled the shower curtain open and stepped out. What was I thinking?
Maybe we should check the attic.
As we were rummaging boxes, we suddenly stopped short when we heard someone coming up the stairs. Oh God, she's back? What are we gonna say we're doing here?
I have an idea.
And just as the door burst open, Zeke pulled me in for a kiss.
Am I interrupting something here?
Oh, it's just you. Yeah, duh, clearly. Can you please go away?
Nia, are you okay? You look flustered. He didn't force himself on you, did he?
Are you serious right now, dude?
I'm talking to her. Nia,
And before I could say anything, Zeke pushed Brian. Brian pushed him back, and the two started fighting like crazy.
Ow! Stop! My face is my job! My face is my job!
Don't touch mine either. I have a concert tomorrow.
Deal.
And then the two went crazy again. I tried to stop them, but they suddenly went crashing into a pile of boxes, and some things fell out that caught my eye. There were pictures of Mom and Dad sitting next to me in the hospital. Who took these? And when? And there were more pictures of Mom and Dad from before. All of them with Mom's face crossed out. Oh my God! Can you two cut it out and shut up for a minute? As they both calmed down and looked at the pictures, I filled Brian in on what we were actually doing here. We found Rachel's yearbook as well, and Mom's face was crossed out there too, but I couldn't find Rachel.
No, look, that's her!
It was a plump, brown-haired girl with glasses and acne who looked nothing like the Rachel I knew.
She lost a ton of weight and got a lot of work done on her face. Obviously, I'm not allowed to ever bring that up. And I've always known she's crazy, but I didn't know she's some weirdo stalker.
I don't know what all of this means exactly, but we're gonna find out. And later that evening, while she was cuddled on the couch with Dad watching a movie, the three of us confronted her.
What are you doing?
What are all these pictures?
You'll have to ask Rachel. Also, did you know she used to attend high school with you?
What?
As Dad looked at Rachel, she suddenly lost it and wiped everything off the table.
Of course you wouldn't remember me. You wouldn't even look at someone like me in high school. I've loved you since we were kids. But you were always so obsessed with Nia's stupid mother. I've kept tabs on your life since you left town. And I heard your kid had been in an accident and your marriage was on the rocks. I hired a private investigator to find out more. I just wanted to be near you, darling, to comfort you. I still loved you so much. So I joined your company and we instantly got close.
I was going through an awful time, and I appreciated having a friend. But that's all it was back then. I never understood who would Photoshop pictures of us holding hands and send them to my wife. That was you?
Why does that change anything? You guys were already at the edge of the cliff. I just gave you two the last push. And see, you've been so much happier since then. Honey buns.
I want you to leave right now. Go to a hotel or wherever, and I'll send you all your stuff. You can't stay here another minute.
Rachel looked at him in shock and screamed and lunged forward to attack him. But Brian and Zeke dragged her away. Dad collapsed on the sofa in shock.
I can't believe this.
Me neither. She broke up you and Mom. Dad lifted his head slowly.
Not really, Nia. I can't believe Rachel sent those pictures to your mother. But the truth is, we were already broken. Your mom couldn't stop blaming me, and I should have been patient and comforted her, but instead I lashed out too, and she just wouldn't believe that I didn't cheat, so things had to end.
Maybe we can fix everything now.
Don't get your hopes up, love. Yes, we can start to forgive each other, but it may never be what it used to be. I still love your mom, and we both will always love you.
Things slowly started to mend between my parents after they talked things over, but I wasn't sure if the old spark would return. But I was glad they could be friends. And a month later, when I was back at my first friendly soccer match, it warmed my heart to see them both in the stands, along with an unexpected visitor. What are you doing here? I thought you were still on tour.
I canceled some shows. I couldn't miss this. So is Brian here?
No, I mean, we're still friends, but I didn't think he'd come right after he asked me out, and I turned him down. I could literally see Zeke's eyes light up.
Aw, poor guy.
You're not fooling anyone. I gotta go. The match is about to start.
How about this time you finish it and let me take you somewhere to tell you that I like you, and have ever since the day we first met.
I'm picking the restaurant.
Okay, well guys, that is the end.
So we hope you have a good day and subscribe to MSA. She's the one who makes these videos. And maybe next time we'll do an even surprise.
This video has been viewed by over 100,000 viewers already.
Oh, unbelievable.
Let me show you. All you gotta